everyone, my name is Shilpa and welcome back to the channel. In this video today, we are going to discuss about those small things which have a big effect on your overall nutrition. That is snacks. When it comes to snacks, there are two different streams in dietitians and nutritionists. One believes that having multiple meals, having frequent meals, around 5 to 6 meals a day is a good idea. And another stream believes that having as less meals a day as possible is a good idea. Like they tell you that you can have 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day, or even some people go for 1 meal a day. Whichever stream you are into, it's fine as far as you stick to your schedule. But then we sometimes tend to give in to our temptations and we end up doing extra snacking. There are different reasons why we snack, and that's why I have categorized snacker into 4 different types. So the first one is genuine snacker. Now, genuine snacker is the one who is genuinely hungry or starving, and that's why they snack. So maybe you didn't have your meal properly, or you are working out more than what you're consuming, and you end up getting that genuine hunger. Because of that you snack, which is not a bad idea. But when you do that, are you really reaching out for the healthier ones? For genuine snackers, I have these 5 tips. Tip number 1. Eat well during your mealtime. So make sure that your meal is full of all the nutrients, particularly a good amount of complex carbs, which will come from beans and vegetables, and fiber. That will keep you full for a longer time, that will give you a feeling of satisfaction for a longer time, and you will not have a tendency to go and grab some extra snack. Tip number 2 is include the snack in your meal. So sometimes we want to have something which is not part of your daily meal, and you want to have it as a snack. Why don't you include it as a part of your mealtime? Tip number 3, avoid having any electronic screens in front of you when you are eating. Like avoid watching TV or mobile or laptop, anything like that. What happens is when you're watching the TV and eating, you're not really focusing on what you're eating. So you need to really see what is coming in your plate and then prepare your body, your mind, that this is the food you're going to eat. This not only improves the digestion, it makes you satisfied with that food. And once you're satisfied, once you know what you have eaten in your meal, you will have less tendency to go and grab the snack later on. Tip number 4, eat mindfully. So whenever you're eating, let's say 1 spoon of rice or your favorite beans, try to feel the texture, the color, the taste of every bite that you take. So when you eat mindfully, less also becomes sufficient for your body. Tip number 5, and that's the last tip for a genuine snacker, is keep some healthy snacks ready all the time. So maybe you are working out and after workout is not your meal time immediately. So keep a healthy snack available, like good fruits, good nuts. That is a good way of snacking. So you can snack on a handful of nuts or grab a medium size of fruit. You can keep these things ready, so it doesn't happen that you're very hungry, let's say after a workout or after a walk, and then since you don't have anything, you're just eating something which is more starchy or more sweet or more fatty in nature. Coming to the second type of snacker, that is the bored snacker. If you are of this category, then you snack just because you're bored of whatever activity you're doing. So maybe you're working on a project, working on a presentation for 3 hours continuously, and then it kind of saturates you. You want to get up from your seat and go and grab a snack. For bored snackers, again, I have 5 tips to avoid snacking. Number 1 is plan your daily tasks as well as the meal time. So whenever you're making a schedule for your day, like 9 to 10 I'm going to work on XYZ, and then I'm going to work on something else, and I'm going to cook, whatever, make sure that you also have that window of eating which is fixed in your schedule. So you will know that this is a time to eat, and you will not eat in the time which is not the scheduled one. Tip number 2 is take a quick break and maybe go for a walk. So sometimes bored eating is not out of hunger, not out of anything else, but just because you want to change the activity, you want to change the pace of whatever you're doing right now. So it's a good idea to take a break and maybe walk around in the house, or if you have outdoor availability, then go out, walk outside, take a round and come back and resume your work, so that you will not go in the kitchen and snack unnecessarily. Tip number 3 is almond therapy. Yes, this one is actually suggested by a doctor friend of mine to me. You can have 5 to 6 almonds and eat them one by one. Now there is a way of eating these almonds in this therapy. Is you will keep only one almond in your mouth, allow it to soak in your mouth, let the skin of the almond come out, then eat the skin, and then go again to the almond. Again, take a small bite. So you have to eat one almond with taking a lot of time. So around 6 to 7 almonds should take you at least half an hour to eat. Now this is also an experiment of mindfulness. At the same time, almond is not a bad snack to start with, so that's fine. And when you are eating it very slowly like this, you will have more satisfaction, more feeling of having that snack for more time. And that's a good way of avoiding wrong stuff when you're bored. Tip number 4 is have a piece of dark chocolate or have a black coffee. Now black coffee and dark chocolate are mood elevators. They activate you. So if you are bored, there's possibility that you're doing something for a long time, you can have a black coffee or you can have a piece of dark chocolate. Now when I'm saying dark chocolate, that means 90 to 99% of cocoa, so not the regular milk ones. So you can try them to curb your hunger at that particular point. And tip number 5, this one is strange and weird as well. If it is possible, brush your teeth. Yes, when you feel really hungry and out of boredom, I'm not saying hungry as in hungry genuinely. If you're feeling bored and you want to eat something, brush. Yes, when you brush your teeth, you'll have a minty taste in your mouth, and that will again put you away from all the sweet cravings that you had before doing the brushing. Coming to the third type of snacker, that is opportunistic snackers. Yes, these type of people snack because it's available. Yes, if there is a jar of cookie in front of me, why not go grab it? I'm not hungry, I'm not bored, but just because it's available. And this is actually the worst and the most type of snacking habit which is seen in COVID days, particularly when we are locked down, we are in the house and we have a lot of stuff around us which can be snacked onto. So we need to again stop this kind of snacking, and there are 5 tips to avoid this snacking. Tip number 1 is don't buy bulk snacks. I've always seen people buying bulk snacks because they are mostly preservable stuff. So you can just buy in bulk, put it in the food cupboard and forget about it. So try to avoid this habit and buy maybe for just 1 week. Particularly, I've seen people buying biscuits in bulk. So please don't do so. Buy little and keep a little available so that you will not have a tendency to just go and eat it just because it's there. Tip number 2 is buy small packs. So if you can get the 1 serving pack. So it's fine, sometimes you want to eat chips, but instead of buying a big family pack of bag and then eat mindlessly as much as you want to, go for those small 1 serving ones and just finish that much and stop there. So that is again a good way of reducing the opportunistic snacking. Tip number 3 is plan your meals in advance. So once you know what is the menu for the day, you will probably not have a tendency to go to the food cupboard and take out something extra which is not in the meal plan. So try to keep a meal plan and try to stick to it as much as possible. Tip number 4, and this is very important one, don't eat just because it's a custom. Yeah, we do eat because it's just a custom. Sometimes we go to the movie theater to watch a movie and we buy that popcorn box or the nachos plate just because We have to, right? No, you don't have to. So you can limit these kind of snacks. Either plan for them in advance. So popcorn is not a bad snack as such. It's fine to have a little bit of popcorn while you watch a movie, but it should not be a custom. So even you're already full, you already had your dinner, and you're going for watching a movie, and then you're still eating popcorn just because people are supposed to. Don't do that. And tip number 5 is try to keep a food log. We will understand, let's say in a couple of days, or at the most let's say 7 days of log of your food, that what are you snacking on, what kind of food you're snacking on, and where are you going out of your schedule, where are you going out of your plan. So it's a good idea to keep a food diary or a food log. And again, this is not sponsored, but MyFitnessPal is one which I normally use. It's a good idea to log in everything and then have a proper analysis of where you are doing wrong in snacking. Again, I'm not saying that you should write everything every day forever. No, it's not really it's not a good relationship with the food. But then if you are snacking too much, if you observe your weight is fluctuating a lot because of your snacking habits and you can't control them, then probably make a food log for a certain time, maybe a week or 2 at least, to see where you are going wrong and then correct it and get it back on track. And the 4th type of snacker is emotional snacker. Yes, in this kind of snacking habit, your body basically tries to compensate your mood by taking a lot of food. And unfortunately, most of the times we'll try to reach out to the wrong type of food. So whenever you're sad, you will go for high carb, high fat, high sugar kind of food, which is not a great idea. And emotional eating is kind of a cycle. So if you are sad, you will go to the food and you will eat more, and you will end up overeating. Overeating makes you again feel guilty because you know that this is not as much as I need to eat, and then again you feel sad and again you overeat, and this thing continues. So it's kind of a cycle, and it is difficult to break really. Now there is a difference between your emotional hunger and a physical hunger. So emotional hunger normally comes immediately and you want some sort of food immediately. So you will have a specific craving most of the times, and it is like a spike of hunger that comes in. While physical hunger or genuine hunger, what we call, is it builds over time. So you feel a little hungry and more and more and more like that. But in case of emotional hunger, you actually feel that craving right now, you want food. First tip I would say is talk to someone about your feelings. It was observed in a study, there was a study done where people were asked to suppress their emotions, and then later on their eating habits were seen. So people who were asked to suppress their emotions were seen to reach out for more unhealthy snacks. So try to talk to someone, maybe your friend, maybe your therapist, or whoever you can. So talk, let the emotions out, don't suppress them, so that you don't end up doing something like emotional snacking. Tip number 2 is pause. So when you crave for snacking, then take a 15 minutes break. Don't immediately reach out for the snack. Maybe take a 15 minutes break. Most of the times, if you are an emotional snacker, after 15 minutes, you can let go of that craving. So there is a high chance that you might not really go back after 15 minutes are over. So take that pause. Tip number 3 is let yourself have a snack. It's fine, I'm craving for chips today, no issues, have those chips, but then again do it in really moderation and enjoy every bit of it. So don't grab it, gobble it just because you want to finish the bag. Enjoy that every piece of chips or cookie or whatever you like, and cherish that. Allow that to take your mood up and stop there. So there has to be a moderation which you need to really adhere to. Tip number 4 is drink water. Again, there are many times you will have a confusion between thirst and hunger. So make sure that you're just hungry and not thirsty. Sometimes you're thirsty and you will end up thinking that I want to eat. So you can again drink water. Water also helps to lighten up the mood. Water is again very important part of your nutrition anyway. So have a glass of water and maybe allow your mood to settle down, and then if you're still hungry, then maybe go and grab a healthy snack. And last tip is include workouts, specifically games like tennis, basketball, maybe badminton, or if you can't, then walk or run or swim. When you do these kind of exercises, your mood will be better, and of course when your mood is better, you will have less tendency to go and snack. Moreover, when you include workout or any other healthy habits in your day-to-day life, it's more likely that you will let go of the bad habits, because it is kind of a motivator in your life that okay, I'm doing workout, I don't want to lose the benefits of that, so I will not do the emotional snacking. So that is again another good way of making overall healthy lifestyle. So include working out in your schedule. So there you go. These were my tips for avoiding snacking for 4 different types of snackers. Do you snack? If yes, let me know what kind of snacker you are in the comment box below. And if you're not, then share your tricks with us. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, for healthy life, age no bar.